Here we go, here we go. Is it gonna just re-roll on its own? Yes, excellent. I thought I was gonna have to reset it in order to get it to roll the intro again. But it'll roll through. Or it'll do the attract mode. Not necessarily what I meant it to do, but you know what? That's fine. Gives people a look into what our future holds. But let's get that off the screen. I'm going to quickly reset it so that we can see the intro on here. Not that there's much of an intro on this part here, but it provides a peek into what'll happen. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Don't mind me. I'm just not quite Link walking down a bridge toward a shiny thing. I'm going to guess this ring belongs to you. You don't like people touching it. Understandable. It's expensive. It's gonna be mine now anyway.
That night, Kane Morgan was lost in the dreams of his childhood. He saw the charred remains of his home. He saw himself standing alone amid the wreckage. His mother and father were nowhere to be found. Kane was very young at the time, so young that he didn't really understand that he lived in a country known as Solskjaer, and that the neighboring country, Aldine, had suddenly become a cruel, aggressive invader. There was one other thing. They had all left for the island. That was all he was able to remember. Pangaria was the largest country in the Western continent. The elders, who at the time were the acting rulers, had abruptly dispatched a group of knights to a place known as the Island of No Return. The young king, a man called Ian, who was known for his fairness and moderate manner, inquired with the elders as to the meaning of such a dispatch, but the elders didn't bother to reply. Gillian Morgan, the loyal leader of the king's retinue, was concerned about Ian, so he decided he would learn for himself what the elders were up to. He had but one piece of evidence to guide him. It was a vague utterance made by one of the elders. Somewhere on the Island of No Return was a ring imbued with eternal power. It was not a time for indecision. Gillian proposed to the king that his own son, Kane, should journey to this island. A few days later, before daybreak, a small boat departed from the port of Pangaria. It was a boat secretly obtained by Gillian for one purpose only: to carry his son, Kane, holding in his hand a sealed scroll from King Ian, to the Island of No Return.
And so we arrive at the island. Only good things can come of a place called the Island of No Return. Now, the first thing that should strike you is the fact that we look incredibly similar to the man from the intro cutscene. There's a notable difference or two. Which may just be a matter of how it's rendered.
Thanks for the lift.
And I don't remember if the way his beard isn't moving with his mouth is a glitch of the emulation or whether that was still the way before, too. I don't remember. It's been too long. But it's bothering me a lot to see that.
Usually steer clear of this island. Gotta be hard working for the king, huh? Best of luck to you. Hey, be careful out there.
You be careful, too. As if the water around here is going to be much safer than the land. Or, you know, the air. The air's a problem, too. Our friend from the intro. Day. Anyway, to gameplay. We have a sword. We stick our arm out to stab things. We run kind of fast, honestly. We can slow down, though. Not that I'll really make use of that concept, but we can. Ignore that save file. That was me testing to make sure that this ran okay. And remembering the basic idea, at least, of where to go and how to get places for the beginning. Now, for those not in the know, the shoulder buttons are how you look up and down at this time. So, that's going to be a bit of an experience to deal with. So don't be surprised if you see some really janky movement on my part from time to time. That's just gonna be how it is as I readapt to these controls. So I gotta keep my eyes open on the ground because they drop gems. And those gems are really tiny. The other option is I could, of course, just mash the pickup button in the general vicinity and hope I pick it up, but I try not to do that because the pickup button's also the walk button, so I'd end up doing this the whole way around trying to search for things, and it would just get a little awkward. Nope, are you gonna jump on me? No, refuse. Give me that. Give me. And you know what, you can stay there. I don't feel like risking falling in the water to get at him. I think I forgot to go this way when I was testing, so let's make sure that there's nothing important up here. More of you, little buggers. Ooh. Lucky drop. With a gem and a grass. I actually didn't know that things could drop more than one item at the same time. I don't think I've ever had that happen before. Hey, Nimble. How you doing? I could stab you, but why put in the effort? Just run onto the sword. Okay, no, I am going the right way, I'm pretty sure. Plus or minus the bridge, that doesn't work. Grab the magic rock. How about you fly just slightly this way? Yeah, come here. Come here. Come here to death. Die. Thank you for your contribution to the gem fund. It never ceases to make me laugh, the little hop he's doing as you turn. It's like he's constantly just doing that those little steps to turn around the whole way. They just took a really close look at it. It's fine. Everything is fine. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is ruined. I'm not sure what the deal with this is, but it's here. It exists. I'm gonna tap you on the head with my sword. A Nike Sir Ursagan of the dead. Yeah. You never know what these things will have in their pockets. You'll never know that they had pockets either. All those spiders that are always carrying gold somehow. Little bastard. Still gonna take a bit of getting used to having the right shoulder be down and left shoulder be up. Exactly. No idea where he had that and why he didn't try to use it, but he certainly had it apparently. Now, picking up all those gems is going to be vitally important because gems are currency in this game. So you need as many gems as you can get your greedy mitts on. Yeah, that's just how they did things at the time, and it's an experience. Just like I'm strafing with L1 and R1. Because the sticks only do rotation. You gotta remember, this was early on for those kind of controls. Or at least the originals that were using these controls were early on. I don't really know why Eternal Ring still had these controls. I think they just kept what they did with Kingsfield and like, and just went, you know what, we don't need to change it. It works just fine. 'Cause by this point, the other stick was widely enough used that they easily could have made it work. I guess it just wasn't considered as an option. I mean, I could cheat since it's on an emulator and just map those shoulders to the stick. And I might do that if this gets particularly bad, but for now I'm going to keep it authentic and wrestle with the shoulder buttons the whole time. I need to go this way. Now you might think this is a dead end, but this is in fact the exit. This is a PS2 game. It was fairly early, though, from what I remember. Hence why the way it moves and the way it looks are the way they are. That guy won't do anything useful for me yet. I actually still have my disc and my box for this around somewhere. Nah, you are the man I need to speak to first.
Oh, you're from the mainland. We've been expecting you. I'm Evans. Let me take that letter from you.
Now, our character Kane here has no reason really to be trusting these guys.
Here to add
And
you
yet
as a
he's
member
just
of our team.
blindly going along with these guys.
Oh boy.
Which is just
This
upsetting
means
to
we'll
me.
need the captain's approval.
You'll understand why I say that in a moment here in the
But he's
dialogue.
always asleep. What can we do? I guess we just can't send you back. It's direct orders from the king. There's nothing we can do. Okay, let me take your sword.
This
I'll
right
put it in
here.
safekeeping as part of the team's inventory.
This sword is the only thing we have. And yet for some reason I'm going to just hand over my sword, my only means of defending myself, to this schmuck. Who's gonna put it in the team inventory, which is never going to see the light of day. Why?
Please get a replacement from Wallace at the warehouse. He's in charge of supplies.
And once we go talk to Wallace, you'll further understand why this whole
There's a weapon
situation is
request
stupid.
form. Please go to the warehouse and give it to Wallace.
We're gonna head straight over there right now. Because we are now unarmed. That's not gonna be good for us. And another thing to note, you'll notice how it automatically used the letter when I talked to the other guy. But something that's gonna trip people up with this game, this dialogue... Exactly. Speaking of shady, just look at this man. Look at this guy.
You're the new guy from the mainland, right?
He's the guy in charge of their warehouse. The shiftiest looking man on the team is in charge of your supplies.
Welcome to this miserable...
The thing is, though, out of this whole crew, this guy's still my favorite character. This guy's fantastic. In spite of how shady he looks, he's been the most straight-up man on this team. But you actually have to use the weapon request item on him in order to get your weapon.
Give you a sword? All right, here, how about this?
And he gives us
By
a
the way,
knife.
I know that some rare gems can be found on this island. They'd be worth a lot of money back on the mainland. Not many people live here anymore. Resources are excessively abundant. Hey, you, do you need anything?
Now, if you look down here at the bottom of the menu here, you'll notice we can buy our sword from this guy. This is why I say this situation is stupid. This somehow it just goes in a circle, and we have to just give him 8 gems to get our sword back. Which, I made sure to go get enough gems so we could just get our sword back straight away instead of needing to deal with that. You can choose what gems to give up, because some things specifically require, specific gems. Exactly. He absolutely had this the entire time. You'll notice he also has multiple of them somehow, which makes giving me the knife make even less sense. Like, I don't know where he keeps a smithy in here to be getting more swords from, but apparently he just makes them, or something. They're just here. There is one other person we should go visit before I go anywhere else, and then we will head off to the first actual combat area. How do I get in there again? Oh, right, there's stairs over there. Okay. I bashed on that bit of logic there, but that's really the only serious fallacy of sense I've noticed in this game. Even from when I played it as a kid, I always questioned that. This lady right here is the medic. We're gonna be very well acquainted with her.
Remember, you're hurt. Wait.
She will just wave her hand at us and we will be
Okay,
healed.
All done.
So,
I've heard about you from the assistant captain. You're from the mainland. I'm Marie Fowler. I'm the chief medic here. I'm pleased to meet you. Tell me right away if you get hurt. We have medicine available here.
now there's always the classic, how did you all hear about me so quickly? Bit, considering we literally walked from... Alrighty, Nimble. We walked from the guy we spoke to straight to these people, and yet somehow they had heard about me already.
We have no idea what it's like inside.
Now, if I had spoken to a few other people a little bit more, they would have mentioned a water shrine out this way. That's what he's referring to, and that's where we're going. Our next save point. Without being at these, you can't save. So you gotta make sure... Always go find those. Now, you can do this just fine with the knife, because in my test play, I did it with the knife, and when I played as a kid, I didn't bother to get the gems together to get my sword back. So it's absolutely fine to do it with the knife. But I figured the sword is right there, and it's not that expensive. I may as well get it. And it will make things a lot more convenient. Now this looks a bit odd, you know, there's something stuck in there. That's because it's frozen. Can't deal with that right now. You'll notice this crab's a different color. I believe there's actually a difference, but I'm not entirely sure. They have the same amount of health, or at least close enough, considering it died in 2 hits just like the other one. Yeah, a lot of the things that early on are going to have very similar drop tables and such as well, so there's not really going to be much purpose to farming any one particular enemy right now. And the funny thing is, even though I played this a bunch as a kid, I never really got out of the area we're going to be coming up into right after this place. I want to say that was mostly because I actually just got lost at some point, and or couldn't figure out what to do next. I don't remember which was the problem, but it was something along those lines. You'll notice we have MP. Can't do a damn thing with that right now. Step, spin. Lots of crabs and another fish man. Another one somewhere in here, I believe, too. The tiny gem. Come on, it's right there. And yes, I do have to aim down like this in order to stab the crabs, for those wondering why I keep tilting. You do actually have to do that or you won't hit them. Another thing I had a little bit of trouble with as a kid, because I didn't fully understand that. 'Cause I actually played this, I think, before playing Kingsfield. I don't remember what order I played them in. That sure is a blue door. Not sure I can actually... No, that's shallow enough, I should be okay. Now, it may seem like I'm sprinting single-mindedly through this place. That's because I know where I'm going right now. But as soon as I go get what I'm going for, we're gonna go back into long past memory territory, so I'm more than likely gonna have no idea where I'm going from there. Another one behind me, I believe. Yep. Which, thankfully, this time wasn't smart enough to just jump me from behind. And a lot of the things at this stage of the game, you can just hit them and they'll be staggered by that hit, so they won't attack you. So you can just kind of mash them to death. That, I don't believe, will remain true. This is what I remembered to go get. The Fireball Ring. We now actually have magic. Because that's how your spells in this game work. You have to find rings. It's also important to touch that. That will open the floodgates and let out all of this water that was going to be a problem for us. Lowering the water level so we can get to the lower level. That was something I missed for so long when I was younger. Now, if I press square, I can throw a fireball. I can outrun said fireball, which is why you didn't see anything when I just threw it there as a demonstration. Having forgotten that you can outrun your own fireball. Now, you may remember that these doors are blocked by ice. What deals with ice? Fire. How it doesn't set the door on fire is anyone's guess, but, you know. This door contains many crabs. And if you're wondering why I wait for the bodies to despawn before moving, that's because you can't pass through bodies until they've disappeared. As shown here, you see me just running up against the corpse. Can't push them, they won't move, nothing will happen. And now we have a Ring of Magic, which goes in this other section, the Attribute Rings. No? I thought it was an I stupid? Oh, right. It's the other one. Okay. You can then make a magic ring using that as material. Okay. There is a ring that makes your magic better, and I thought it was here, but I may be blending places. Your magic does also just come back, I believe, considering I haven't really ran down on magic at all. Or it just doesn't cost much? No, it does seem to stay at 57, so never mind, ignore me. Yeah, it only costs 2, that's why it seems like it's not moved at all. It's barely been moving. I immediately questioned myself on that one because I was just picking up magic stones, which are your mana restorative. Why would you need mana restoratives if it automatically comes back? Good job, brain. Now, as to whether I'm going the right way right now, that's anyone's guess. Okay, I went the right way for the stairs. I believe is where I do want to go next, but let me just make sure I'm not missing something on this floor first. Aha! That's why I took damage. You. And you'll notice we are gaining levels. I do not recall being able to determine what you get from those. You just kind of get points. I think it's just raising all those stats over there, as well as raising my health when I gain levels. Not 100% certain. I would have to actually sit there and look at it before I gain a level. I know for a fact you're gaining more health. But beyond that, it gets a bit shaky. Considering I'm pretty sure I had like 0s across the board before, and I've got 5s and 4s across the board now, that would make sense. But it has been too long. I don't remember if I can step off into the water and die, but I'm betting I can. You're fine, Nimble. Life happens. Hopefully, at least it wasn't anything bad. Now this, I believe, might be the first thing. I feel that. Was something bothering you, or is it just your foot problems? These are healing, so grab those. Ow. Yeah, that's the other option for how you end up not sleeping. Is if you choose to stay up too late. Crystal, I believe that's the stronger magic restoring. Now, recently my body's just been deciding it's 8 o'clock in the morning, get up now. I don't care when you went to sleep, get up now anyway. It's been a thing. me guess, you got sinus problems too? Yes, I sure do. This is our first real fight. Well, I say real fight, but as you're gonna see by how this goes, this thing's not that dangerous unless you just stand there and take it. This thing's mostly just dangerous by virtue of wrestling with the controls to defeat it. And that's the end of that. He gives us the Ring of Insight. And the other dangerous part about that fight is, I don't know which way I was facing when I got in here because we did a few too many spins. But this gives us boosted experience the whole time we're wearing it. It's so easy to lose track of which way you're facing in some of these. You know, it's probably not a good thing that it just starts floating like that in front of you. I would probably just walk away from that. That doesn't seem good. Yeah, no, this is very not good. Ah, you're gonna be my friend, right? Oh, you're talking to me. That's a good start.
Here in search of eternity.
You could say that.
Don't even have the strength to talk. There is not much time left. You must find her. Find Lila.
Okay, bye. Considering this is a water shrine, I would have to assume that's some kind of elemental spirit of water. Presumably some kind of guardian for this place. That has, you know, seen better days. Especially if, you know, it's being guarded by a stupid fish man who can barely do anything harmful. Yeah, welcome to how this goes for a good long while. As you know, this was made by FromSoft, just like the Souls games in their future end up being. They don't tell you anything. It's like, hey, there's a lot of shit happening, and we're gonna hint at it, and well, good luck, figure it out. You'll get there. Can I open this now? You know that they can really be a nightmare to figure your way around in sometimes. And whenever you start to figure out what's going on or where you're going, it all turns on its head. Because there isn't one. If you want the real answer, that's because Elden Ring doesn't really have a boss progression per se. There's a difficulty progression of sorts to them, but there's not really like a required order that you have to do them in. Which is why, no matter how many people you see play the game, you'll see it played differently in just about everybody's hands, unless they've looked up a guide. Purely because people are going to just bumble off in a direction, and things are just gonna happen. Can I look at that key? Yeah. Oh, okay, we'll open blue doors. I just had to use it. Yep, that's pretty accurate to my first experience with Elden Ring. I avoided the dragon because I saw it coming, but other than that, that's all pretty accurate. I will say the castle's technically supposed to be the first major area after the section you start in, from everything people have said, but I will say from experience that I don't recommend that course. I would say go through that whole first continent section you're on, and then go south would be the better way to go about it. Yeah, there's some great 8 moves going on. I still need to find some of the crazier abilities, but I keep going back and forth on whether I want to keep playing Elden Ring, because I'm really enjoying it, but there's also a lot of parts of it that I'm really not enjoying. So it gets to be a real mixed bag, just like most Souls-likes. Why you keep seeing me deviate off from it into things like this, because it's like, okay, I can get most of the features I enjoy and throw people all off pretty hard, because most people probably haven't even seen these. Yep, that's the teleport chest I tried to show off, and fun fact, it didn't actually teleport me when I tried to show it on stream. So there are conditions under which it will not teleport you, apparently. Because there is a weapon in that chest that you can get, if you can get it to not teleport you. What makes it funny is the fact that since the character I was streaming it as was a sorcerer, I wanted an item I could get from that area that it sends you to. And I swear it's almost like it knew I wanted to go there, so it just went, nope, you ain't going. Nope, you're staying here. You stay here and you like it. And Desire Sensor strikes again. For those wondering why I'm currently going in circles, I'm trying to find my way back to that blue door that I did not realize I was supposed to open. Pretty much. I just kind of whacked the chest a couple times and stared at it like, do the thing? Do it? No? Okay. Guess this isn't happening. I have gone the wrong way. I don't think there's anything over here I can use the blue key on. Nope, sure ain't. And I don't remember if you actually get the key to open those red doors here, or if you have to come back here with another key later. It has been too long. There's also that door with the ice on it right at the beginning of this place. I think that was the same door that we melted the ice off of to get to the stairs. I think that is just the one door. Considering I've also not found my way back to the entrance yet. So I don't think there's a map either. Pretty sure there isn't a map. Oh, sure ain't a map button anywhere on here. Wait, actually. In those control types... Okay, no. None of them are gonna change... Wait. Yeah, analog input can be used to move the player and to look up and down when using the DualShock 2. They're not as bad as they look. They genuinely aren't. So bear in mind, I also grew up on this nonsense, so that's what makes it look a little easier than it is. And I spent like half an hour testing the game last night, which gave me a little bit of an adaptation time to work with as well. And for all that there were a lot of buttons shown, you only use like 3 of them for 90% of the gameplay. You use the shoulder buttons for up, down, movement, of course, on the stick, and stab. That is pretty much my existence, aside from occasionally hitting the interact button. Which I probably should be using the magic more, because I want to say it actually gets stronger the more you use it. But I don't remember how that actually works. Okay, I think I've brought myself back to a better part of the place. I think. Okay, yes, there's the other ice door. If I wasn't just mad sprinting through here, I'd have it in my memory better, but... we'll figure it out. What's in the box? Okay, another ring of magic I can make a ring out of. Which I'm pretty sure making the magic rings is what you need the different types of gems for, other than just using them as currency, which is why you want to keep certain amounts of certain gems on hand. It's another red door. Damn it. Was the only... no, there's more than one blue door. I remember there being more than one blue door. We saw more than one. 'Cause there was the one blue door I avoided right when I first got the key because of the fact that I tried to open it didn't open, didn't realize I needed to use the key immediately. Okay, we're back at the beginning now. I'm gonna retrace my steps back out from the start. It's either that or I leave and see if other people back at the base have anything useful to add, which is highly unlikely. I could ask around about the Lila thing, but I doubt any of them will have anything meaningful for that right now. I'm betting I haven't hit the right trigger for anything to happen yet. On the bright side, getting stuck is going to lead to us getting a lot more experience, because we're just going to sit here and mash everything in my path. These things just seem to respawn whenever they feel like it. So on that note, let's just start avoiding some of these, so I don't have to keep bobbing the camera as hard. Saw a blue door down here. They really do look like mud crabs. There's a blue door. I think this is the same blue door we were actually looking at from below. Oh, those two made friends. There's also this weird, like, pair of claws or something sticking out of the back of this thing, and it confuses me. It almost looks like a hinge or something to hold the top of the crab on. Which is just a weird idea. With the way they're modeled, I can completely understand that. Yeah, I think this is the same door we saw from down here. So I think that blue door was literally just a shortcut back. Because that's where we fought the boss, quote-unquote. I'm pretty sure. Wait, no, this is loading. Yeah, no, this is the other area. Okay. While these might not necessarily be mud crabs, their models are certainly muddy enough on their own. Okay, I'm gonna just take a quick look around over here. Make sure I'm not crazy about thinking that there was another blue door. And then we're gonna leave. It might just be crazy. Because I may have just seen the same door from two sides and thought it was two different doors. Especially since it turned out just to be a shortcut door, which We went and got that key from the spirits. You'd think that that key would be meaningful and there'd be something important that I use it for. It'd be kind of upsetting if it was just a shortcut key back to where we came from. Yeah. It just ends up taking up inventory space and doing nothing worthwhile. Also, use my brain. Remember, I can set that to a shortcut. So I don't have to open the menu every time I want to open a door. You can also use that for healing items, which is probably what it'll really get used for, but just for sake of argument, yeah, that doesn't work on red doors. It specifically said blue doors, but just in case they're lying to me. Because we all love it when video games don't tell you everything. Yeah. And then they don't provide you a storage, just dump them all off into or anything, yeah. I feel like we've walked all of this place at least twice over now and didn't find any other blue doors, so I think I just saw the same door from two sides, and I'm losing my mind. I do have a mental map of this place, like, half down now, though. Excuse me, pardon me, crabs. Pardon me. Nothing in here, aside from a crab that's chewing on my leg. Now we're back to where the ice door was. So yeah, I think we don't have any other doors that this key is used on. I think this is a key that's meant to be used elsewhere. In fact, yeah, actually, I just realized what this key is for in the grander scheme, because I didn't show you guys where this place was. And I didn't actually take the time to sit through the dialogue for it this time. But back over with Wallace... At least I think it was Wallace that says it. There's someone over that way anyway that mentions a water gate. That you can't... Because you can't get to anything important without opening the water gate. And now what key do we have? Right, the water key. So... Logic denotes water key opens water gate, and we can then progress to other things. So I just need to get out of here. No, this is the wrong door. I did that whole loop like 6 times for nothing. Which is par for the course, when you have no idea where you're going. Quite the stark contrast from how I ran straight through here like an arrow initially. still feels a bit weird that I more or less have to do a damn K-turn sometimes to turn this guy around. Okay, we're here now. I'm gonna keep making sure there isn't, like, a hidden door that I missed somewhere every time there's a turn. Ow. We'll be able to go see the medic, so I'm not worried about taking damage as long as I don't die. I have taken a wrong turn somewhere. Because that's the blue door that led down below. Which it's closed again, which messes with my head a bit, making me think I hadn't opened it. Maybe this is the right way. I think this just leads to another room with another dead plant in it. I seem to recall that this was a dead end. Yep, sure is a dead end. One of these days I'm gonna stop saying things that I immediately prove myself wrong about. But I can use the shortcut door over here, since it points in the right direction. For the exit, because that's the whole point to the shortcut door. It's just blocked with crabs. You don't want to brawl, that's fine. Swords don't open doors. Well, I suppose they do, but not the way I'm trying to do it. Now the red door's over here. We have gone in a circle again. We have 100% gone in a circle. Which means one of the turns I didn't take is a turn I need to take to get out of here. Presumably, this one. Nope. Sure ain't that one. Is at this point where my brain kicks in and it's like, huh, you know, you could just load to when you saved at the exit of this place. You would lose a couple levels and a lot of wandering in circles, but wouldn't be anything meaningful lost. Yeah, that's fair. There are a lot of things that are better to watch than to play. And if this was my first time playing this, I probably would not be enjoying this at this point in my life. But since I'm used to how this works, it's not as much of a thing. I'm definitely making the navigation look worse than it is, though, by virtue of the fact that I'm not actually thinking about where I'm going. I'm just kind of going and hoping I get where I'm going. Because now we're here again. And I can't help but feel that I've done something horribly wrong. Because this is gonna be, yeah, this is the loop of all the plant spots. Maybe I was supposed to take those stairs. Maybe that's where I've gone wrong. So I thought it was the floor in the middle that had the exit door, but it might be the floor on top that has the exit door. In fact, actually, yes, I think those stairs are where I need to be, actually. Hey, Krabs, do you know where the stairs are? You're not guarding the stairs. There are crabs guarding the stairs. Those are not the crabs. Stairs? Nope. You can definitely still manage to draw some comparisons between this and what the Souls games ended up becoming. At least in terms of world design and just generally how much of a mess the layouts end up being. There we go, we're upstairs now. Should be the way out. This is definitely the kind of game, though, that if you're actually methodical and taking your time and playing it quote-unquote correctly, you'd want to be drawing yourself a map. That was the iced over door, so that's not the way I want to go. Might be the right way. One of these doors up here leads out. Fun fact, it's not this one. Unless it's over here. This actually looks right. Yep, bingo. We're out of here. Oh, that looks great. Only good things have happened. So about getting healed, that might be a problem. Everything's a bit on fire. He's dying. Yep. Another thing that I neglected to show, that man that we just saw, who is now a bit different, was the captain. He was off in a shack in the back, fiddling with a big crystal.
Little rats of the Elders. Is that the best you can do? The Eternal Ring is mine! Mine! Mine!
now, of course, we arrive on the scene after everything's gone horribly wrong.
The monsters. Everybody's dead. That's the captain. Is this the power of the ring? I must get the...
The Eternal Ring ain't gonna help you anymore.
Damn it. Damn it.
Okay, he's done. Time to raid the warehouse. See if anything's not been burned. How you haven't burned is anyone's guess. Considering, you know, you're laying in here in the middle of a burning warehouse. But you're fine, somehow, aside from being dead. So yeah, fun fact, that's why I made sure to buy the sword immediately this time. Because you ain't getting another chance at buying that. Because everybody's kinda dead now. Can I cross the burning bridge? Okay.
No.
Rip. Well. So much for that idea. For sake of cleaning up the thought from before, though, all the way back here, all the way down this whole path here, see that burning shack? That's where the captain was. He was hanging out there looking at a crystal. I don't remember this moment from when I played this before. I think I didn't actually end up getting this far. Either that or I somehow ended up not seeing this sequence because I went through the other door before... No, because the door's there, so I couldn't have done that. Might just be I forgot. Forgetting is a possibility. This thing seems pretty forgettable so far. It's just running around like an idiot. You gonna attack me? Or are you just kind of here, wasting my time? There you go, you hit me. Good job. You figured it out. Quit landing on my head and doing nothing, you silly bastard. You're just embarrassing both of us. Because I can't hit you and you can hardly hurt me. There you go, now you're hurting me. Here, have a fireball. His dodging pattern's clearly designed for, or as if you're gonna be throwing the fireballs at him. And of course I managed to make him die in a really awkward position. And now we buried everybody. And I guess we took the time to put out all the fires, too? That was good of us, I guess. I'm gonna just double check all the houses now that the bodies have been moved and everything and make sure there's not something we can get after this all happens. 'Cause it wouldn't be surprising if there was some kind of hidden item as a result of checking these after the scene. Oh, I also didn't check where the guy who took our sword was, either. Probably should have. Our sword might have still been sitting on his desk. Which in hindsight, I don't think I ever thought to check that. Well, if it was, it ain't anymore. And in hindsight, I should have checked on the sleeping guy. Because I think I know where that werewolf came from. Because the medic talks about that guy that we saw that was sleeping in the one bed over there, saying he was acting like he was still injured even though all of his injuries had closed. And I want to say she said something about them closing remarkably fast. Which, you know, signs of lycanthropy. And if I had checked all the rooms, I wouldn't have been surprised if we didn't find him dead anywhere. Because he was also the one who went out with the captain when the captain found that crystal. So more than likely, that's all connected. And considering this whole group that's dead was sent out here by the elders of the same nation our character's from, but from two different factions within that nation, more than likely there's just a lot of treachery going on. Hello, old lady of magic rocks. Will you do something good for me?
I shall pass down
Oh,
the
old man, I
knowledge of the
guess.
ancients. Thou who seek the long-forgotten power of magic, this is the vessel of knowledge and strength. Submit to me the gems, and I shall bestow upon thee a ring of great power.
Yeah, now we can combine those rings of magic and crystals to make actual magic rings. So I remember this part. I guess I just forgot about the goofy werewolf that just dies a miserable death. So we can also make an attribute ring. What if I just throw in a bunch of water gems since I have a ton of those? What happens if I do that? So I think this is actually gonna... actually, before I do any of this... Just hold that thought, Magic Man. I'm gonna go save. This way, if I make something awful, I could just undo it. I'd rather not waste resources if I don't have to, because I'm betting those magic rings are going to be a bit of a pain to
I
get.
shall pass down. Thou submit to me.
Apparently there's a lot of choices. Like, a lot. So that's good to know. Let's try the thought I had of just nothing but water in an attribute ring.
I shall pass down the knowledge of the ancients.
Since we have the most of water gems, it makes sense to try something that's just nothing but them. Ring of Rain. Okay. It gives us 10 more water attribute. Okay, that's probably useless. Oh. Didn't we only have 2 rings of magic? It might be that attribute rings don't need a ring of magic.
Thou, submit to me.
Let's see what the menu for magic rings look like. Yeah, okay. So you don't need to use rings of magic for attribute rings, you only need to use them for actual magic rings. That makes sense. Let's try 3 feather, 3 leaf. What does this do?
I shall pass down the knowledge of the ancients.
I'm gonna just try a few weird combinations and then reload. I also don't want to sit here and grind gems just to make things. But if I get something decent, I'll probably just keep the results. Okay. That lowers light and dark, but gives me a pile of earth and wind. Maybe I will just keep these results, because none of these seem like they're bad. They're just nothing I understand well enough to know that they're good enough to keep. Let's try making an actual magic ring. Glowing, 2 feather, 2 leaf. I have no idea why I chose those 3 pairs in particular, but that just felt right to do that. Putting fire, wind, and earth together. Turbulence. Okay. Wrong section. Creates wind currents around enemies to make them unstable. That doesn't sound like it's actually that useful, but it might be good. We don't know yet. And I'll go ahead and put these rings on, too. I know I said I was probably going to reload, but I'm just going to accept these, because these seem okay. If they're not okay, eh. Okay, circle is how I switch those. Okay, that actually looks like it might be an interesting spell. Let's go ahead and make another magic ring, though, since we've got 2 magic rings to make. I say as I walk to the save point instead of the magic ring making place. Good job, me. Way to go. So while I don't want to spend all of my gems, I do want to actually make use of my rings. Especially since it looks like you can actually just convert one magic ring into another anyway. Either that or that's an upgrade system, one or the other. I'm gonna try a mostly water one this time since we have a lot of those. We'll go like 4 water, 2 feather.
I shall pass down the knowledge of the ancients.
Ice wall. Okay. Not the results I was expecting, but that'll probably be useful. I keep opening the wrong one because I keep forgetting it remembers which one you had open last. Gives me a bunch of water. Actually gave me 1 extra strength, too. Huh. These rings have a lot of side effects. Let's see how this works. Okay, not what I expected out of a spell called Ice Wall, but I'm actually more interested rather than less now. Also, there's a brief period when you're switching spells where you can't cast. That's what that meter above my health means. Once that's full, I can cast spells from the rings I'm using. Before that, you actually have to wait. Huh. So I think I got my games mixed up a little bit, now that I think about it. Because I don't recognize this place at all, one. And two, I remember a sequence where I'm trying to outrun fireballs thrown by some kind of lion-headed thing. And it controls like this. I might be thinking of a different, very similar game. From around the same time, because it has been like 10 plus years since I really played this. So that would make sense. Instead, I would get that a little wrong. You look like you wouldn't like ice. Here, have some ice. Well, that's disappointing. Well, it works. Dropped a water gem, though, which is a bit odd. These things definitely look like they'd spit fire at me. I'm gonna give you a chance to do something. What do you do? Oh. Huh. You throw electricity. I don't like you. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Slingshot lizards are a no-go. You're a monkey. What? You make monkey noises? Yeah, you make monkey noises. Okay. I remain confused. Yeah, sure, that's a rat tail, not an eyeball. Nope, not at all. Didn't look like an eyeball in the slightest. Does this move? It's looking like a no. Okay. I don't remember this song at all, but I like it so far. Okay, they bite real hard. Don't let them bite. Noted. Another one of you monkey boys. Butterflies. Evil death butterflies. Oh, there's a lot of them. What's this do? Neat. Doesn't appear to have done anything, but it looks cool. Okay, did not sidestep hard enough. Okay, the butterflies hurt everything. They drop poison and dust and murder things. Does turbulence work on you guys? If I could hit you. God damn it. Happens. God damn it. Can't hit butterfly. Okay, that doesn't seem to have done anything meaningful. I dislike the way they try to float over my head like that. They're smart enough to dodge magic, which is a concerning maneuver on their part. Okay, 2 fireballs since the end of that. Okay. Winged gems. Okay. So there's feather and wing. Okay. Marking that down in my brain along the way. Yeah, small amount, otherwise known as all of the magic I have just about. This one's very stuck. I think I broke it when I made it adhere and remove itself from the wall a few times. Okay, they do drop winged gems, though, which makes sense. They have wings. Can I just, like, stab you? Okay, Xeno, thank you for lurking. I will do the best I can to have fun. It's been an interesting so far. I appreciate the sentiment. There we go, gained another level. Sad, he didn't drop anything. Did I go in a circle? I feel like I might have gone in a circle. Oh, we'll know in a moment. If this goes where I came from, we know we went around in a circle. Nope, this is definitely not the same place. Good. Bees! You guys just keep doing what you're doing. I won't bother you if you won't bother me. Bees ain't something to fuck with. Now, having seen Turbulence do nothing, I'm curious about what happens if I try to change a ring into another ring. So I have some flame gems now, as well as the winged gems, which are apparently just the level 2 versions of the elemental gems. Okay. So if I put in 2 flame gems, my 1 glowing gem, 2 winged gems, and a feather, what happens?
I shall pass down the knowledge of the ancients.
I don't know if it treats an existing magic ring as just a ring of magic to overwrite, or whether they'll combine based on what it already is. Firewall. Okay. And we'll go ahead and make another attribute ring with some of the stuff I've got left.
I shall pass down the knowledge of the ancients.
Ring of Stone. Interesting how we combine feathers and water and we get stone, but okay, game. You do you. I'm sure you know better than I do. Yeah, that just slightly increases Earth attribute. Okay. Well, we've got a lot of every attribute now, so that's in theory a good thing. mean, I guess you could make something if you, like, grind up the feathers, get them wet, like, turn it into a paste, maybe? I don't think that would work, though. I don't think that would really come out anything useful, but... I'm no chemist, what do I know? Okay, that just exists. Seems odd, but I can't do anything with it right now. Bees and lizardmen. Lizardmen that hit really hard. Death number 1. Two things were learned from that. Firewall doesn't do a lot of damage, apparently, and lizardmen do like 69 damage when they hit me. Both of which are useful but bad pieces of information. Ideas. Okay. Cannot upset the bees to attack the lizards. We don't wanna fuck with you. Well, you're aware of my presence, so I guess I'll try to fight you. Okay, they're not that dangerous. They're a bit slow. But if they hit me, I'm going to perish. So that is a concern. Gotta just watch out for that running attack. God damn, you have a lot of health. Or I just do no damage. I can't really tell. Probably both. As I start combining fireballs with stabs. There we go. Yeah, they have a lot of health. Okay, that's a problem. Bit of a spike there. From the last area to this one, where it went from things not being too deadly to being, oh god, they murder me in one hit. And if I'm injured. So I get the feeling, after all my circle strafing around that guy, I think I'm going back the way we came. Yup. Sure am. I mean, it more or less gets there. It doesn't mechanically do a thing, but it works out that way. Cut this tree down? No, but I can get cut down because I'm guessing that lizard man saw me. So, smart choice. Actually use one of my healing items. And we'll find out if they can still one-shot me at that point. Not that I'm going to actively get in their way anymore, if I can help it. Because they are really strong. And I was expecting to, you know, have over-leveled a little bit by how much circling we did in that other place. But apparently I'm still really weak. At least compared to these things. And I don't know if that's because this is a difficulty spike, or if we're not meant to be here and I took a wrong turn somewhere. Knowing me, both are equally possible. The amount of them that there are, though, is concerning. Like, I count at least 6 of them just in this one island section here. And that seems a bit excessive. But this is FromSoft, so things being incredibly difficult suddenly is not out of the ordinary. Okay, I found another save point. I'm going to save in a different slot, though, in case we are going wildly off track into terrible places. Just in case, as a soft lock prevention, because if I end up getting myself into a position where I'm basically screwed, a fallback position's not a bad thing to have. Not that I can't more than likely figure something out anyway, but it's better not to chance that. This fog is a problem, though. Wait. Oh, I just realized something. I just learned a thing. I know something we can do with our fireball. Where is that thing? Where is that thing? The thing I just saw. Where did it go? There it is. See these? How much you want to bet if I set this on fire? Uh-huh. Makes an incredibly annoying noise. Well, that's not what I meant it to do, but more than likely I need to light all of those and it'll do something. I realized, looking at the ones that are already lit, they looked exactly the same. I thought for a second he fell off the cliff. Turns out he did not fall off the cliff. But there's part of a bridge there now, and I don't think there was a partial bridge there before. So I suspect that the thing I just activated made a piece of that bridge appear. I just need to find the other one now. Which we did see one back near the first save point. But I am leading a parade of lizardmen now, which is a bit of a concern. So stopping to look at things is not really going to be the greatest option for me right now. Can't go that way. Oh, I've gone in a full circle and I haven't found a bridge out of here. That is odd. Yeah, they're real hype about killing me, that's for sure. There we go. Found the way out. Well, I've gone somewhere. I don't really know where I ended up or how I got here necessarily, but we're somewhere now. Probably not the best idea that I went this way, but you know what? We're here. Oh. That's a door, I guess. Everything about this just screams bad idea. Let's just turn around and leave. That seems like something that'll be worthwhile later. Yeah, that's probably up there on most relatable things I've said. Dead guy. Dead guy who doesn't understand that boxes are a... Wait. He ain't dead, he's breathing. Either that or he's just very subtly juddering into the box. I can't really tell which with any real guarantee. Am I the only one who sees all of this wood around a guy laying like that and just has this urge to set it on fire? Well, nothing bad happened. It really looked like a funeral pyre. If he wasn't breathing, I would have absolutely just gone for it immediately. But since he was breathing, I thought about it for a minute.
Who's there? A Hungarian emblem. You're a knight from the retinue, are you not?
Sort of.
I thought the people on the shores were the soldiers sent by the elders.
Correct.
The retinue is on the king's side, right?
Yep.
Why are you here? This area is dangerous.
Checking on what the elders boys were doing, and, well, now they're all dead, so... My job's kind of over, aside from I need to go get the ring myself now. You have anything useful to add?
There were 3 of us, but one of our party fell off a cliff and was killed.
That doesn't sound suspicious at all.
He must be around somewhere in the cliff area. I've searched for him, but was unable to find him. I was hoping to find a memento so I could give it to his family back home. But that area is now filled with poison, and we can't get near it. Even a knight such as yourself can't do anything about this. We came to this island in search of valuable items so that we could sell them back on the mainland. We were exploring this area. We use this tree as a place to sleep, but poison has been drifting into the valley these days. We want to go back, but we can't. There are many savage beasts in the forest now, and it is much too dangerous to travel through. I wonder how long we'll be stuck here.
There's just something about the tone and the way people talk in this game that really just does remind me of the later games. Like all the Souls games and such.
There are also areas that indicate that there was some sort of natural disaster. There must have been some giant beast wreaking havoc. Oh, scary if you think about it.
I don't know. I'd be more worried about the poison if I were you. Speculating about some great beast that might kill you won't help you when the poison seeps up into this place and kills you in your sleep. Yep, I can do so much with this room right here. Yep, This is a great room right here. I feel like I've made great progress. Oh, there's a save point. Does this place have a different name? Tree hideout. Okay. That tracks. Ah, we can make more magic rings, but I don't think I got more gems, really, so... no. We have, like, no gems at all still. So, not worrying about talking to that guy right now. This presumably leads to the cliff area. I'm going to assume that's mud, but man, did I really think my eyes were just freaking out looking at that, because that looks like ground as that's just moving. Oh god. Oh, well there's the poison he was talking about. I'm just taking damage here now. Well, we did just save. Let's go explore the death poison area just for sake of argument. There's a ring of magic. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Wink. Ow. I'm not gonna take the time to fight things, cause I'm on a timer with all the poison. Yep. That's what I thought that was. Yep. Can't go that way, okay. Just gonna put these healing items on the shortcut right about now. So I can just heal on the go. Oh, hey, we appear to... Oh, there we go. I was about to say, we appear to have stopped being poisoned. And then we started being poisoned again. That's not a good sound. That's not a good sound at all. There's something big around here. Probably the great beast he was talking about. Oh, hi! Well, that explains the poison in this area. This thing's sleeping and probably breathing poison all over this valley. Let's go down there and tell him to knock it off. Get a better dental plan or something. It's not upsetting sound or anything that I'm constantly hearing right now. Oh, you're not my friend, are you? Nope, you were trying to get away from me to cast magic at me. Perish. We appear to be at an impasse here. He can't attack me in a meaningful way, but I appear to not be hurting him. Okay, they take damage from magic. They're just ghosts. So they don't take physical damage. Is that just part of the music here? Constant... I'm not getting poisoned anymore. Oh. He's throwing lightning from over there. Hopefully that sound's not too upsetting for everyone, because it's a little upsetting for me, but I don't have a good solution for it. I'm not entirely sure why it's happening. Oh, you're a big boy. Don't mind me, just gonna take this. Good day. Because you don't seem like a thing I want to fuck with. At all. You will crush me. I can't help but notice we're not getting poisoned anymore. Apparently there's just poison on the surface. I might have made the right choice walking through the poison. Because we're back fighting things we can actually handle aside from the big guy that we ran past. Hey. Oh, this looks promising. I'm gonna quickly restart the game. Actually, let's see if loading will fix it. Considering it's still doing it. Okay, I'm gonna reset the thing. Because considering it was doing it on a load screen, I think that was something bugging out. What that is. Ah, okay. Yeah, now we don't have the ding 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 noise anymore. Okay, we're good. Everything's fixed. Something just went mildly wrong. I mean, we're right at a save point, so you know what? Fine, I'll fight the big guy. I think I figured out his pattern, everybody. I don't know, but I think I got it. I think I got it. Now the question is, how many times are we gonna have to do this before this gets anywhere? There we go. Shutting down. Okay, he dropped a tree gem, which I'm assuming is big earth gem. Oh, you guys got slings. No. Oh, your punches hurt more than your slings do, though. Jesus. Okay. Okay, you win. You win. You win this round. Oh, rude. I said you won, damn it. Means you're supposed to stop. Did I, like, get you guys to hit each other? Nope. You understand basic sling angling? Okay, that's one down. Ow. I'd rather you try to punch me. Ow. Not successfully, though. You're supposed to only try, not succeed. Wow, these things hurt. I don't think they are hitting quite as hard as those lizardmen were, but man, they hurt. A little bit, yeah. Very similar control logic. Uh-oh. I don't want to be here. Being here is bad. Being here is full of people with slings that hurt me. Ow. Yep, I had a feeling that's the ledge I was looking at before. But brain kicked in a second too late on that. Are you dead or are you sleeping? You're sleeping. Okay. I wonder if this means the other guy's awake now. Is it... Logically, they would sleep in shifts. Yep.
Who are you?
Oh, so you know Lila.
Are you one of Lila's people? No, you have a Hungarian emblem. You sure took your time looking around. Glad to see that you finally made it.
Okay, so this proves that that research team that got wiped out back there never really accomplished anything. They were just hanging around.
It seems that we know more about this island than you do.
Well, considering I just got here, I'd certainly hope you know more about it than I do.
Hey, if there is anything that you need, just let me know. Nothing is free. But if you have any gems, I'm sure that we can work something out.
So he's our new merchant. Okay.
What do you need?
Depends, what do you got? You've got a knife. Okay. I do almost have enough gems to buy that. So I think level 2 gems are worth 2.
Do you know a woman named Lila? If you see her, please bring her to me. I've met her several times. It seems she lives here on this island.
Am I the only one who finds the fact that he's interested in Lila after the water spirit told us about her incredibly suspicious?
I tell her stories, and she listens with such interest. She wants to learn about life outside this island. I would like to talk to her and see if she can help me get back to the mainland.
Okay.
What do you need? Well, that reminds me. I saw a monster flying toward the volcano. It had the body of a human.
Mm-hmm, that's where the captain went. He went to the volcano.
I've never seen anything.
And there's apparently a volcano on this island. We learned two different things from this.
Then again, before I came here, I only heard stories about things like that. What do you need?
Information. Tell me
There
more.
used to be one more in our group, but he fell off a cliff and died.
At least their stories are consistent about the guy who fell off a cliff, quote unquote. I still don't believe them about that part.
What do you need? You can get to the beach by going through the forest, or the valley below the forest. It's easier to go through the valley, but there is poison blocking the way.
Just munch grass like I did. You can walk through the poison, it's
You can
fine.
get to the beach by going. It's easier to go.
Okay, he
through-
has nothing else to say. You know, something about my conversation with him makes me feel less bad about trying to set him on fire. Something about him just seems wrong to me. Like, not necessarily that he's like a monster or anything, just that he's really hiding something. I don't know what he's hiding, but he's hiding something. I feel like I should probably save before doing what I'm thinking about doing. Yeah. Let me save before I try to trek back through the forest and find that other thing I needed to... a light. That's just the safer idea. Because I don't want to have to go through all that dialogue all over again. There's also testing to see what happens if we step off the end of that walkway where the curtain is. It's interesting that it's covered. It almost makes me feel like that's the cliff the third guy fell off of. And that there might be something to that. And that, admittedly, feels like a stretch in my brain. But there's a possibility there. So I'm just going to quickly fling myself off for science. Of course I can't go this way. I have to go the other way. Gotta do a whole long loop around. I anticipate one of two things will happen. Either something will trigger as I fall off the side here, or I'll die. One way or the other, we'll have learned something. Maybe I'm supposed to just stand here a minute. It wouldn't be the first time they've pulled nonsense like that, where you're expected to just stand somewhere weird, and then something will come pick you up or something. sure is a mountain. It is a bit odd, though. Okay, never mind. There's the rest of the island down there. We're just high up, That doesn't make sense either. 'Cause where's the rest of the island? It doesn't add up. Unless we're just that much higher than I thought we were. Well, I would assume if something was going to happen, it would have happened already, so... Science! Yep. That leads to death. Though I think I saw something as we died there. But I'm not going to worry about that. I'm not going to worry about that idea right now. The other idea I had was I wanted to go back into the forest and try to find the other thing to light. Of note, there is actually a day cycle, as you can see, 6-day time of light right now. I don't know what that affects, but I would assume that as time passes, that's what's making these two do different things, like one's awake, one's asleep. That is, of course, an assumption, because I have no proof of that yet, but seems likely to be true. Now to see if we can find a torch to light around here. So, I ended up here trying to get back to the original save point we were at. Which might actually just be right down here. Which would be funny. And would appear to be true. Huh. Okay. Let's just go light this torch and see what happens. Okay, that makes a bridge here. I wasn't sure if it was going to make a bridge here or a bridge back in the other place. Okay, there's one of the... Catoblepas, I think that is? I think that's what that is. Wow, the grass here is tall. I have concerns. Either gonna get ambushed by a Pokemon, or I'm gonna fall off a cliff. You know, sometimes I dislike being a prophet of my own demise. Especially since that's the spot I didn't expect to fall off of. I expected to fall off going forward, not backpedaling from a laser. But I suppose I should have expected to fall off backpedaling from a laser. That does make sense. What happened there? Huh. Not sure what I just saw. Did anybody see anything odd happen on stream or anything? Just... I didn't drop any frames, but something definitely just acted a little weird there. Or I should say, it didn't say I dropped any frames. But my preview did something real odd for a second. Compared to what's happening on screen. Considering that coincided with a change in the counters number, I would assume something's gone horribly wrong. Damn it, I missed. Ow. There's the bridge we came in on. Should probably try killing this thing. Okay, it doesn't hit very hard, but the lizardmen still hit for over 100, apparently. So the lizardmen are incredibly dangerous. The Catoblepas, not so much. Or the presumed Catoblepas. For all I know, it may be something completely different. I have no means of checking. I did just realize I can actually see all the various statistic changes that the stuff I'm wearing is doing in here, which is helpful. It's looking like we get, like, all of our basic attributes raised by, like, half our level, we'll give or take, since we've got 7s across the board at level 12. That would make a degree of sense. Fighting these doesn't seem like it's in my best interest, honestly. I'm gonna try it again anyway, in the hopes that I can kill it without aggroing the lizard. Yeah, I did manage to kill it. Okay. So that'll be one less thing to worry about. They also dropped some nice gems, so I'm gonna go back and save the fact that we've succeeded at that. Also, another thing that just hit me mentally that I want to try. What happens if I don't put in 6 gems? Does it work without 6?
I shall pass that. Thou, submit to me.
There's also this Phoenix gem that I've got now. Okay, we'll just take 3 gems. It doesn't need all 6. So that looks like it just made Firewall again. Yeah, it did. Okay. We're gonna load that one away then, because that's a waste of a level 4 gem. Especially thanks to the power of emulation, this saves and loads significantly faster. So, don't need to worry too much about that kind of time loss.
I shall pass. Thou, submit to me.
So what would happen then if I combine the Phoenix Gem, the Forest Gem, a Winged Gem, and a Waterfall Gem? One of each. I'm assuming the Phoenix Gem's gonna overpower the other ones because of the fact that it's level 4 and everything else is 3s and 2s. But let's just do a bit of science.
Knowledge of the ancients.
A little bit, yeah. But it's a fairly common menu type, so that's not too shocking. That looks interesting. Weaken. That became infinitely less interesting. Let's use some water gems. Tree gem. Waterfall gem. Winged gem and a flame gem. Let's see what attribute that makes.
The knowledge of the ancients.
Since I'm thinking about undoing the existence of that other one. Ring of Sea. Okay. That's presumably because the highest level thing in there was a water gem. Yeah, that just increases water. We're gonna undo that too. I'm learning about how this works. Because I'm getting the feeling, based on how strong those lizards are, we may be under-equipped. And since we can't necessarily get better weapons aside from the Cinquera,
I shall pass down. Thou, submit to
I'm gonna try to sort out my rings a bit better. Okay. So it does retain even the ones we don't have anymore, like I got rid of this. It's called assist magic, so it's not meant to attack. I'm guessing the make them unstable thing's just like a mild stun or something? Yeah, well, these are directly labeled attack magic and all that. Okay. We do need a new combat spell, honestly. As good as Fireball is, it's not going to do a lot anymore. Let's just try Forest Gem, Tree Gem.
I shall pass down the knowledge.
This way we stay on Earth. Since we don't have any real Earth spells yet. And if we get something that isn't Earth, we know that this is just all madness to begin with. Earth Heal. Okay. Not what I was expecting, but that's actually fantastic. Yeah, that straight up just heals me. Okay. I was kind of expecting like a rock throw or something, but that's honestly better, probably? I'm gonna get rid of Fire Wall, though, because that doesn't seem like it's actually that helpful. Try a pair of Winged Gems and see if it still gives me Turbulence, or if it gives me something else.
Pass down the knowledge of the ancients.
I would assume level 2 gems will give me a level 2 spell. Okay, it's not Turbulence. Wind Cutter. Okay, okay, we're on to something here. I'll keep these results. I was hoping to have attack spells of every type just so I wouldn't run into something I can't hurt using the magic I have. But it's looking like that's not quite going to work out with the gems I have on hand. So we're not going to worry too much over that. Okay, we just throw wind discs at people. Science, how well will this work against the lizards? At least I can rapid fire this spell. Oh, you do damage just by running into me after swinging, huh? Okay. In good news, we've proven that we can survive an attack from the lizardmen. Okay, Wind Cutter does decent damage. And I can fire it pretty quick, so that's proven at least one good piece of information for me. Now, how much does Earth Heal heal? About as much as the basic healing item. Okay. So that's good. We've got 2 good spells now. Wait, no, I don't have any unequipped attribute things. And the other reason why I wanted to get an Earth spell is you'll notice my Earth attribute's my highest attribute right now. Because of the Ring of Stone and the Ring of Insight. And my current assumption is that the higher your attribute is, the better you'll do with that type of magic. But I don't know if that only applies to resistance or if it applies to resistance and attack. Or vice versa. So I was hoping to prove that out. But it's not looking like I'm going to get to prove that too coherently right now. But that's okay. I'm going to have to be careful in this section, though, trying to dodge these lizard men enough to kill them with magic. Considering there's lots of cliffs in this section. Basically, I just need to stay near this tree to make sure I don't go off a cliff. Or, you know, I get stuck on said tree that I'm using as a marker. But I get the feeling that we're going to need to start killing those lizard men in order to get enough levels, in order to be relevant again. I feel like we are behind. We are absolutely behind. Okay, Wind Cutter also kills these things really fast. That's good to know. We can also just farm those for levels, actually, in hindsight. Wind Cutter kills them that fast, that's probably the right choice. Though thinking about it, since lizards are cold-blooded, I wonder if we're actually better off trying to use Ice Wall against the lizard men. That might be too logical for a world like this. That said, can't hurt to try it. It can hurt grievously to try it, actually. Especially with a spell as slow as Ice Wall, but it does stop them. Which is not to my advantage, as it turns out. What I want to do is stop them and then switch. Because trying to melee them is a bad choice. I think I broke him. He's just kind of standing there and taking it. So that works. They blatantly unfroze once the ice went out from under their feet, but they decided to stay frozen, I guess. Which is certainly a life choice. Okay, there's a ledge here. But now that we can actually start disposing of enemies properly, we can actually figure things out over here without just flinging myself into death. There's another laser or shooting thing around here. I hear it. Oh, hi. Ow. Hit the wrong button. Getting hit by the laser's not as bad. Getting hit by this guy's a problem. As I fumble all of the buttons trying to do the thing I need to do. Oh, for God's sake. One moment. You perish. There we go. Problem solved. Ah, that's the problem. I'm out of the healing items I was using. That's why the button wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. Ow. Well, that was a great heal, everybody. Glad that worked out so well. Well, what that means is time to start using Earth Heal. There we go, that's that thing dealt with. Yee! Almost went off the cliff. Lizard's like right on my tail, probably. Yep, there he is. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. You ain't gonna get shit. Okay, they can do friendly fire because the Catoblepus looking thing actually just lasered that guy for me. Wrong spell. Ow. Yeah, these things die in like 3 or 4 air cutters, so they're probably grievously weak to wind. Which would make sense, because I believe those are normally Earth-based? There's a lizard over there. Can I reach you from here? Ow, you can reach me. Okay, I can hit you. Is the lizard aware of my presence at this range? No. Okay, that's one problem dealt with. Damn it! I thought I sidestepped far enough, but I also was worried about sidestepping too far and going off that edge. I should have just backpedaled instead of sidestepping. All that clearing went to nothing. And again, I don't even know why I'm bothering to completely clear it out, considering we've proven that enemies just respawn anyway. So they're just gonna keep coming back. The play is just to probably keep clearing this one out so I level. And also save my resources. Clearly need a bunch of levels to be dealing with these lizard men on an even footing. So I get the distinct impression that we're not necessarily meant to be dealing with the lizard men and on an even footing right now. Considering we gained a level pretty quick off that situation. So, I suspect These things are a bit above my pay grade. These two are pretty easy to kite around too, so I should just deal with them as well. If my guess about how the things respawn is correct, by the time I deal with these guys, the other one will have respawned. I did, however, kite them a little bit too far, and now I've got more, which is a problem. Give me this gem. That's the other thing, is I can farm these guys for sea gems and other decent level gems. I need to use a magic stone. There we go. So that was 3 lizard men, and they were worth just under 1,000 experience. I think I was at like 16, and I'm now at 700, so about 900. So they're each worth like 300 or so. Which, that indicates to me that I'm not like super underleveled, but I might be a little bit. Okay, they're actually worth 200 and change. That feels to me like I might be like a level or 2 behind at most. So that's not too bad. Which does bring back into question why those lizardmen are so damn strong, then. Their attack is slow, aside from that charge. So I guess that makes sense, too. I'm gonna reorder how my spells are in my listing here. Yeah, no, we can't get any faster. Or as far as I can tell, unless there's a spell that makes me faster. We are at this speed the whole time. And the thing is, we move forward and backward at a decent clip. It's the rotation that is what is going to keep getting me killed. And if they were a bit less durable, them being slow but strong wouldn't be as bad either. But they can take a beating even before they die. I was debating doing some experimenting with the rings again, but I'm going to wait a little bit longer before I do that. Get us a bit more in the way of gems first. Okay, these are worth... Looks like they were worth like 100 or so. Can't remember if I was at 300 or 500. I mean, 400 or 500, rather. I'm curious. Every time I touch this save point, do they come back? Because I thought it was just time-based respawns, but let's just check right quick while we have a convenient location to do so, whether they come back immediately if I touch a save point. Yes. Yes, they do. Okay. If I wanted to do less interesting farming, I can get like 200 experience each off these guys, and they do drop more gems, so they would be the way to get gems to make good spells out of. Since they die in just 3 wind cutters. So I suppose running in circles in terror from lizardmen isn't that much more interesting anyway. I probably don't need the multiple save files anymore since we're in a stable position here. There's another level. Drop anything? Nope. Yeah, we got 143 health, so we still can't take 2 hits from the lizard men, but we can more comfortably take 1. And we're now carting around not that much more in the way of gems. Yeah, with Lunacide, it was a little unusual that speed and jump height were both allowed to be leveled independently. I don't remember any other games of that type having speed as a stat you could level. Otherwise, I would have been using it a lot more.
I shall pass down. Thou, submit to me.
I don't really want to lose any of the spells I've got, so let's try making an attribute gem. Specifically, let's try actually making a fire attribute gem. Using all the fire gems I've got.
I shall pass down the
Because that should help our fireball
riches.
become more effective. And in theory, we might actually get some more strength out of it, too. Since fire does tend to be one of the more aggressive elements in games. It might play ball with my idea there, it might not. Ring of Flame. And we'll want to... I would like a wind one, but we don't have anything to really make a wind one with. Considering we've only got the 1 wind gem left. And I'm betting we're not going to be able to get any more of those unless we go back to where the butterflies and such are. Okay, that is a huge increase to our fire attribute, so that is worth having at least. That puts all of our attributes up above 20. Aside from light and dark, which we don't really have any interaction with right now. It should make Fireball a bit better. Let me just take a quick peek at something right quick. Okay. Did I just hear? That seems unlikely. Thought I just heard thunder, and I look out the window and I see nothing but blue. I'm like, nah. Better not be true. Probably just somebody bashing a truck around again. There's tends to happen around here. I never did mess with the bees either. I regret everything. You know, I said messing with bees was a bad idea. This really is proving my point right now. Oh god, my health. I regret my life choices. Not ideal, I'll definitely say that. Usually don't mind flying enemies, but oh, that's a big one. That is not the same size as the other ones were. Also got a weird extendo stinger, and I really don't like that idea either. Problem with circle strafing against things is it causes my own shots to go a little awry, because I can't turn my character fast enough to aim to match the speed. Thankfully, this thing doesn't seem like it's that bad. It's just scary looking. Ow. Okay, it does hit really hard, though. And it paralyzes. Use the cockatrice feather, then. Just gonna sort that out right quick. So far, it's going alright, Spanky. I'm glad I'm not the only one who grew up with this. I've certainly gotten myself into much different territory than I remember as a kid, considering, you know, not having understood what I was doing at all at the time. Got the timing slightly wrong there. How much health do you have? You definitely can just run past 90% of things, yeah. You know, mind the bee sounding like a damn lawnmower. Fireball might be more effective. I have a feeling I'm not supposed to be fighting this thing right now, because it is living a very long time. Of course, this is what happens when you just poke a damn beehive for no good reason. Okay, it finally died. Now, shooting the hive is what started this whole situation. Is it gonna break, or am I wasting my time? Getting the distinct impression that this beehive doesn't... There we go. Ooh, shiny. Yeah, sure, a dragon egg comes out of a beehive. Yup, Yeah, I think the sound might have bugged again, so give me a moment to go to the save point and I will fix that. Because I don't think it's supposed to be going this long. That is a very good question that we're probably never going to get a satisfactory answer for. Now, the last time the sound bugged out, loading didn't fix it, but I'm curious. Will it work this time? Nope. We're just gonna reset. Whatever they were planning to do, they ain't gonna get to do it now, because I have it. And I'm gonna make a giant, powerful omelet out of it. Probably won't be allowed to do it, but I want to. What does this egg even do? It's a full heal. Okay. Okay. That's not what I was hoping for, but that's results, I guess. And that beehive stays gone. Okay. That does mean I'm very glad I didn't end up accidentally hitting that other beehive I saw when I was fighting the lizardmen. Because, dealing with the bees and the lizardmen would have been an immediate death. We are in a less than ideal situation right now. Did get a lot of experience out of that, though. Those of you didn't drop any of them. Okay. Probably should go buy the other weapon we can buy at this point. Rather than sitting here making more rings. I think the rings we've got now are okay. Also don't really want more water spells at the moment. I knew you were gonna go for that. I was surprised it hadn't happened immediately. Ah, fair. Alright, I wanted to check how many gems I was carrying right now. Yeah, I can probably afford it. I doubt it's that expensive. Remembering how to get there, however, is a whole other animal. I want to say it's just up here. What's this hole? I don't remember there being a tunnel directly across. What's this take me to? Right, we'll get back to this in a second after I go buy that other weapon. Because the starting sword really feels not up to the task. Wait. What? I think I took a wrong turn again somewhere. Is this... I thought we came out right where I could just go up the ramp and go to the other area. But apparently I took an even weirder turn than I thought, or I didn't notice... Wait. No, there's only 3 rooms here. I have gotten myself turned around harder than I thought. There it is. So that, I guess, wasn't the save point I thought I was standing at. Okay, I was getting the feeling that the fusions were a bit weird. They weren't quite adding up the way I expected them to, but it had been long enough that I was just chalking it up to bad memory. And now melee seems like a death trap to a degree in this game, but keeping up with it probably will be a good enough idea just as a backup plan. Because there will be times where I'm going to run out of magic.
What do you need?
Unless I'm going to sit here and keep buying more magic stones, which they are only 1 each. Ah, I only have 11 gems, though. I don't have enough. Should buy a cup. No, not crystals. Yeah, that sounds right.
You can get to the beach by going through. It's easier to go through.
So far, Windcutter's been serving me well, but I've used a bunch of really high-end stuff to get it, and I don't think I got what I paid for. And I feel like I overpaid for Earth Heal as well. Fireball, of course, is the one it gives to you, so I didn't overpay for that in any real capacity. Aha! Wouldn't it make sense for it to turn into an eternal ring? Fair. You've got me on that one. Now, is my memory correct in that the higher your attribute is, the better your spells do, or is that only for defense? Since you'll remember this a lot better than I do right now. Okay. Oh yeah, we all know we completely legitimately dumped our actual discs to make these work. Yep. No questions. No, I ended up going back to playing this because I'd played an indie title that came out yesterday, Lunacid, which was based on Shadow Tower and Kingsfield, which reminded me that this game existed, and the loop went from there. So since I mentioned it live not yesterday, day before yesterday, I figured I may as well bring this around. Since a lot of people probably don't know that this even existed. Damn it. Yep, you still hit really damn hard. Yeah. I never beat the original Kingsfield either. I have seen it done by somebody who knew it backwards and forwards, and I gotta tell you, there are some leaps of logic involved in there. So without a guide, you probably... yeah, that's probably not happening without a guide. Don't want to go forwards. I'm trying to get back to safety. Oh, yeah. I mean, hell, my first memory of Kingsfield is literally falling off the starting platform because you can't tell which way is safe to walk off the damn thing because it's surrounded by water when you spawn in. Pretty much, yeah. And there's usually a shortcut or two to get across a place a lot quicker. It's... The funny thing is, when you look at the way areas are designed in this, and then you compare it to the Souls games in terms of area design, they're very similar in that design logic, where there's an A to B path that'll get you through an area almost immediately. But in normally progressing through it, you're all over the damn place, trying to figure out where the hell you even are. You can tell they never really got that far from their roots. Pretty much. Damn it! Having to stop because of picking the gem up killed me. Which I have already been in the valley, briefly. Yeah, this predates patches, for the most part. I want to say one of these has a Patches-like character, but I don't think he's actually Patches yet. Yeah, none of this is a surprise to anyone, nor should it be. Still need to find the other torch to light for that. I was just thinking as I looked at that, did the lizard man see me? The answer was yes. But I do look at the time and realize I should be getting ready for work fairly soon, so I'm going to find somebody to raid, and we're going to pick this back up maybe tomorrow afternoon? Depends on how work goes. If I don't pick it back up tomorrow, it'll be picked back up the day after tomorrow. Yeah, unfortunately, time zones continue to be a bastard about everything. Where to send everyone to be? I agree with this logic. I can get behind that. It is always party time. I'm torn between sending everyone to a friend and sending everyone to a game that I remember. I'm gonna flip a coin. War Machine says we go to friend, Orange side says we're going into interesting. Okay, friend wins. Easily done. Now, this is a name that most of you will recognize at this point, but Xeno's live playing Apex, so we may as well go raid her. As always, thank you all for being here. I'm eternally shocked that people spend time and watching me do stupid things, but I'm always grateful people do. Have a good one, and of course, be good to Xeno.